This video is going to cover area of kites and rhombus, the kite and the rhombus. Their areas are going to be related to the diagonals. You're going to multiply both the diagonals together and then take half of that, or divide by 2. Both the rhombus and the kite have the exact same formula. As we go through, you'll see there'll be a little bit of a difference between the kite and the rhombus. The number one, we're going to be dealing with a rhombus. Both diagonals are bisected. When you're looking at this, to find this diagonal, we need to understand that these two parts are congruent because it is bisected. So we need to make sure we're including both the 6s. This one is 6 as well, so this diagonal will be 12. And we look at the other diagonal right here, each part is 7, giving us 14. So here we've got your two diagonals, diagonal 1, diagonal 2, because we're multiplying, it doesn't matter which one's diagonal 1 and which one's diagonal 2. We'll go ahead and plug into our formula. Take our two diagonals, the 12 and the 14, multiply to the numerator, all over 2. When we multiply the 2 and then divide, we're going to end up with the area of 84 millimeters squared. This is going to be a very, very quick video. It's very simple, basic formula. All right, number 2, we're seeing the same thing with the diagonals. Both diagonals are bisected, so we need to double up. So the shorter diagonal here will be 10 plus 10, total of 20. And then the longer diagonal, 20 on both sides, will give us 40. So with our two diagonals, we'll go ahead and plug in. In the numerator, we've got the 20 times the 40. Throw all that into your calculator. We're going to wind up with 400 centimeters squared. All right, next, we did not cover properties of kites, but the kite will have two diagonals as well, but only one will be bisected. So here we've got 24 and 24. Again, we need to make sure, segment addition postulate, we need to add both the parts together. This diagonal will be 48. Now we add the other diagonal, we have 18 plus 10, two different measurements, giving us 28. Now that we have these, plug it in, the formula, and then plug it into the calculator. 28 times the 48, and then we're going to take half of that. Final area is going to be 672 feet squared. The last problem, like with our trapezoid notes, we're going to go ahead and work backwards. Here they give us the full length of one of the diagonals is 22. We're going to find the length of the other diagonal, the x. So I'm going to name this diagonal 1, the 22 I'll put as diagonal 2. The area is 92, so we're going to put 92 equals in the numerator. We want the 22 times the x, all over 2. Way we can solve this, we can set this up proportionally. Here, we wind up with 22x. The other cross product, 92 times 2, is going to give us 184. And then we divide by that 22. We are going to round to the nearest hundredth. X will end up equaling 8 3600 inches. When you do this problem over here with the 22x over 2, you can go ahead and divide that 22 by the 2 and get 11x if you'd like to. That is another option. But these are the practice problems for area of the kite and rhombus.